Oh, I gotta put on my uni for this. Yeah, yeah. Hey, who you with? I'm with the team to be the champ by any means. Hey, what we do? We win together. Too many rings. Who do it better? Yeah. Running and running and running and running and running and running. We won't stop. Competition got them on lock. Shut them down, open up shop. Yeah, up 20 with the top spot. 20 down like it's stock drop. Hey, who you with? I'm with the team to be the champ by any means. Hey, what we do? We win together. Too many rings. Who do it better? Oh, I gotta put on my uni for this. Yeah, yeah. Hey, who you with? I'm with the team to be the champ by any means. Hey, what we do? We win together. Too many rings. Who do it better?
It's a new week as we come to you once again from the South Broadway Athletic Club on Glory Pro Wrestling Ascend. You are watching on Caffeine TV, High Spots TV, YouTube, Local Now's Wrestling Spotlight, and True TV Plus wherever you are around the world. We thank you for being a part of Glory Pro Wrestling Ascend. It's Reed Duffy as always with you, and you get the first look in Glory Pro of Freya the Slaya from Fairbanks, Alaska. And she is going to be tasked with a tough one as she will make her Glory Pro Wrestling debut taking on Blair Onyx. And we have never seen the women's division in Glory Pro Wrestling running as spectacularly as it is right now. Freya making her debut. There you see Blair Onyx. Think of Tootie Lynn, Lady Bird, Shaza McKenzie, Lainey Luck. We could go on and on and on as it has really heated up in Glory Pro Wrestling. And at any point, the ladies can certainly steal the show. And Blair Onyx, who has really become a fan favorite in St. Louis, making her way in. This is an interesting matchup of two very different athletic backgrounds. Blair Onyx, a gymnastics background. Freya, a basketball background. And we can break down a little bit more of their backgrounds after we hear from Ben Simon to open us up. Ben, the floor is yours.
Our next contest is set for one fall. Introducing first from the spider's web, the arachnid, Blair Onyx.
And there you hear it from the Glory Pro Wrestling fans. She has certainly become a fan favorite.
Her opponent, hailing from Fairbanks, Alaska, she is the Queen of the North, Freya the Slaya.
And as the Queen of the North makes her Glory Pro Wrestling debut, she will look for one thing in this matchup, and that is her incredible finish off with their head. Freya making her Glory Pro Wrestling debut up against Blair Onyx. Again, Blair Onyx from a gymnastics background. She is a 5-year pro. Freya from a basketball background out of Fairbanks, Alaska, the 7-year pro. Freya is a 3-time OVW women's champion. Meanwhile, Blair Onyx has won women's championships in 3 different promotions across the United States. Collar and elbow tie-up, and Freya, who will have the strength advantage in this matchup, sending Blair Onyx down to the canvas. Blair introduced from the spider's web, but through my sources and with a little bit of history calling Blair Onyx matches, originally out of Kirov, Russia. And you might be asking, where is Kirov? east of Moscow, north of Kazan, which would be the nearest major city, and to the west of Ekaterinburg. As Blair Onyx able to work her way up and out of that head scissors from Freya. Blair Onyx, a gymnastics exponent who has really done well in the world of professional wrestling as Freya goes downstairs off the attempted handshake. It's funny that she actually hails from what is a hockey hotbed in between those three major cities. All have KHL teams. Duck underneath. Blair takes the go behind, swings her through and lands the roundhouse kick on the ripcord. Freya backed off by Blair Onyx. Blair to the corner. Back elbow lands. Snapmare takeover. This is what Freya's got to avoid. Blair is tremendous when she can start putting 3 and 4 moves together in combination. Just a count of 1. When Blair Onyx gets rolling in a matchup, there's a flow to the way that she goes about things. And she can move seamlessly from one offensive maneuver to another to another. Oh, bicycle kick there from Freya, and that will drop Blair Onyx down to the canvas. First chance to get a real look at Freya, and you can immediately see the strength and the striking ability that she brings into matchups. And now she's looking to slow things down as she strangles Blair Onyx out over that second rope. Freya, forearm right to the collarbone area of Blair Onyx. Power slam, pick up. Perfect scoop slam on the finish. Freya shows off the guns and drops the leg. Hooks both, count of 2, and that's all she'll get. That may have been more of a message sent to Blair Onyx than a real honest attempt at a pin. Freya will charge. Splash in the corner. She'll back all the way across the ring. Sliding out is Blair Onyx. Freya caught. Forearm lands from Blair. She gets the fans behind her. Just the beginning of this week on Glory Pro Wrestling Ascend. Coming up next, you're going to see Storm Grayson and Moses the Deliverer. Storm Grayson stepping back into the Glory Pro ring. And in our main event, Crown of Glory on the line. KLD, who made his impressive return here on Ascend after years away from Glory Pro, challenging Warhorse Jake Parnell, the biggest threat that Warhorse has seen to his title. As Blair Onyx sent into the buckles, and now Freya putting the boot, and you can see the extension of the leg from Freya. Getting all that leverage up around the jaw of Blair Onyx. Just a miserable place to be, and then overhand chop, and that will rattle the chest. Freya backs out, she'll charge in, splash in the corner. Blair ends up seated position. Freya charging again, corner cannonball. Not sure if she got all of it, but she got enough that Blair was jammed back into the buckle. Freya looks tremendous here in her Glory Pro Wrestling debut. As she'll pull Blair Onyx back over that top rope, and Blair Onyx caught in a real miserable spot right now. Legs hooked and now being strangled back. Wow. The strength of Freya on display. And Freya, of course, there's a Viking lineage to that name. And now looking to maybe set up off with her head. Drops the boot across the back of the head of Blair Onyx. And maybe taking a little bit too much time here, bowing to the fans. Freya will step back in. I think maybe a little bit too much time taken. Count of 1, 2, and 9/10. And it certainly was too much time taken. The extra play to the fans out at ringside costing Freya what likely would have been a 3 count. Now going right and left side of the mount position. Count of 1, 2, and a half before Adam Kennedy has to put a halt to his count that time. Fans trying to encourage Blair Onyx on. Blair back to her feet. Freya up in the corner. Blair's going to want to get out of that part of town as quickly as possible as Freya sweeps the legs. She has been in complete control of this matchup. Freya from the corner. From Alaska to St. Louis, and out of the way goes Blair Onyx. And with that kind of momentum, she might have rolled right on through the state of Florida. Back elbow strike lands. Out to the Gulf even. Seated up on the top rope, Blair Onyx rolls through, trying to get the feet over the shoulders. I think she only got one down. Got a count of two out of it. Blair, spinning back kick downstairs, pops her up with the boot to the chin, steps up, enziguri, right around the back of the ear. Blair has Freya rocked. Freya tries to get on the attack. Blair saw it coming. Second time ducks underneath. Crossbody lands. Hook at the outside leg. Count of 1, 2, and 3/4. Looked there like Blair Onyx was going to have it. Not quite. Blair back up to her feet. Freya following. Blair trying to get Freya up to the shoulders. Likely not the successful route here for Blair Onyx as Freya will reverse. Again, slam position. I'm not sure if she caught it into a backbreaker, if it was straight down. Knee was in the area of the back of the neck. It would have been devastating. And Blair Onyx is in big trouble. Freya in control. Blair Onyx really having a tough time here as Freya's offense has delivered all kinds of problems, but Blair catches herself. She caught herself. Blair Onyx, we saw the incredible athletic ability right there, bridges out of it. Freya, turn, ducked underneath, Goozle. Freya maybe looking, signals, choke slam perhaps. Oh, plants Blair Onyx center of the ring, hooks the legs, count of 1, 2, and Freya with a successful debut in Glory Pro Wrestling. Well, that's a way to make an impact in your debut. Knock off Blair Onyx, off with her head, didn't do the trick, but the choke slam certainly did. And Freya with a very impressive victory. What could be next for the young lady out of Fairbanks, Alaska? Only time will tell, but Glory Pro Wrestling has a new problem on the women's side. Coming up next, Storm Grayson returns to Glory Pro. He takes on Moses the Deliverer.
Introducing Smack Talk Showdown. Fulfill your dreams of becoming a professional wrestler. You and your friends adopt the most wild personas, give outrageous promos, and feel the burn as you tear into the mic and into your best friends with Smack Talk Showdown. This is the only party game where smack talking isn't just encouraged, it's required. Watch as friendships are tested, alliances are formed, and laughter is guaranteed. It's time to wrestle with words. Get ready for the ultimate smack-talking experience, Smack Talk Showdown. Let the smack-talking begin. Visit smacktalkshowdown.com, second edition available now.
I'm trying to do this, Kevin, so you don't have to. You have no idea what you're asking. You know what you want, you know what it looks like, and you know how to get it. But trust me, you don't want it. This is where it gets you. The desire to be the best wrestler in St. Louis, Missouri, United States, maybe even the world. This is where it gets you. Alone on an island, all by yourself. For what? This? Objects, materials, titles, the Crown of Glory Championship, that's what you want? Just to say that you're the best, to prove it to yourself? Why do you have to prove anything to yourself? You have so many people around you talking in your ears, letting you know how good, great, grand, and wonderful you are. You can just sit out there and be alone. You don't have to be where I am. You can be alone with everybody else. I used to be that way. nostalgic for that. I'm not anymore. Maybe you're looking at life wrong. Maybe you're looking for things like this to fill a void. Maybe you need a different vision. Maybe you need these rose-colored glasses. I certainly don't anymore. If you haven't known you for a long time, I think you're asking for more than you deserve.
I gotta put on my uni for this. Yeah, yeah. Hey, who you with? I'm with the team to be the champ by any means. Hey, what we do? We win together. Too many rings. Who do it better?
Oh, you want to talk about hometown guys? You want to talk about fan favorites? It's St. Louis's own Moses the Deliverer, and he is always ready to deliver. I don't think there's any doubt about that as Moses makes his way around ringside. He does St. Louis proud each and every time he steps into that squared circle. Test on his hands. His opponent returning to Glory Pro for the first time since June of 2023, almost a year away, for the freelance world heavyweight champion, Storm Grayson. This should be an epic encounter. As Moses having a look over his shoulder, sees Grayson, and Ben, get us going.
Next round is set for a one fall. Introducing first from Chicago, Illinois, weighing 213 pounds, Storm Grayson.
Anytime you get announced in from Chicago in the South Broadway Athletic Club, the fans may not be on your side.
And his opponent from St. Louis, Missouri, weighing 205 pounds, and deliverer, Moses.
The former two-time United Glory Tag Team Champion, WLW Heavyweight, Junior Heavyweight, and Tag Team Champion, trained under the legendary Harley Race. Moses the Deliverer is one of the young talents in the world of professional wrestling who is on a very, very high talent climb, and he will reach the top of the mountain before too very long. Storm Grayson is just 28 years old, but is already an 11-year pro, two-time freelance world heavyweight champion. And Storm Grayson having some trouble with the ringsiders here at the South Broadway Athletic Club. And clearly the fans of St. Louis remember the Chicago product. He will have an extensive experience advantage in this matchup. However, the fans clearly on the side of Moses the Deliverer. Collar and elbow tie up to get us going. Still to come tonight, remember, Crown of Glory title is on the line. KLD, Kevin Lee Davidson, after years away from Glory Pro Wrestling, he returned recently on Ascend very successfully and has already earned himself a shot at the gold, held by Warhorse Jake Parnell, boot downstairs from Storm Grayson. Champions littered all over this episode of Glory Pro Wrestling Ascend. As Moses the Deliverer out of the corner. Catch himself, headstand in the corner. Storm Grayson fell into the trap. Drop kick, shotgun style by Moses. He'll kip up to his feet. Athletically gifted. And Storm Grayson recognizing that and taking a moment on the outside of the ring. And he's not going to find a whole lot of comfort out there. And now Moses grabs a hold. Oh, Storm Grayson, there's the veteran experience. Lays him out across that top rope and immediately turns the momentum around. Go behind from Moses. Storm Grayson holds on to the ropes. Ducks underneath. Reversal. Moses lands the cross body off the ropes. Counted 2. And that's all he's going to get on that occasion. Storm Grayson back in the corner. Moses stepping over. Oh my goodness gracious, they heard that all the way back to Chicago. Moses just about took his pack off. Oh, a second time. A nipple just landed at O'Hare Airport. Yeah, Storm Grayson saying it stings. Yeah, I'll bet. Across the ring, Moses up and over the top. Oh, and Storm Grayson goes to the eyes. He's got to find a way to slow down the momentum of Moses the Deliverer. And Moses, oh, he hit hard. Sternum into the top turnbuckle, and the momentum took him right over the top rope to the floor. And immediately, Storm Grayson has put a stop to the roll that Moses was on. And now in some serious trouble is Moses the Deliverer. Storm Grayson still trying to make sure. Look at the welts on his chest just from those two chops. Moses able to break the count. Storm Grayson would have been happy to take the count out. Instead, he'll wait for Moses to roll back in and then start putting the boots to him. Grayson strangling him with the boot across the throat. And Moses in trouble, and now Storm Grayson, be careful. Do not put your hands on a referee here in Glory Pro Wrestling. Management will hit you right in the pocketbook where it really hurts. Couple of chops from Moses. Downstairs with the boot. I'm not a fan of that. There's no need to put your hands on an official. Strangling Moses over that middle rope is Storm Grayson. And Grayson will let him fall to the canvas. Moses, seated position, center of the ring. He's trying to get his bearings here. Grayson right after him. Scoop slam. Plants him. No question why Storm Grayson has been so successful in the world of professional wrestling as a two-time freelance world champion. Although right now, taking way too much time. You're dealing with a two-time United Glory Tag Team champion and a young man who is noted for his recovery abilities in a matchup. Moses has that incredible ability to reach down deep for that little something extra and find it in a matchup. Inside cradle, count of 1, 2, and that's all he's gonna get. Grayson charges, Moses out of the way. Grayson hit the buckles hard. Grayson has to peel himself into the following corner. Moses gets the boot up on the charge that time. Moses sticking and moving. It might not be the prettiest, but he's landing and getting out of the way. Grayson again will charge. Moses, back elbow strike as he rolls through the ropes. Sets up outside in. Face buster. Moses off the ropes. Rewind. Wanted the bulldog. Grayson held on. Beautiful roll through by Moses. Back elbow lands. Enziguri lands. Grayson backed into the middle rope. Moses sets, duck underneath, hits the ropes, ducks under the back elbow, dives through with that corkscrew elbow, hooks both legs, count of 2, and that's all he'll get. It's going to take a little bit more to put Storm Grayson away. Fans right behind Moses the Deliverer. He and Ethan Price put on a valiant effort in the Road Warrior Cup. They were felled by Violences Forever, who were only taken out by the United Glory Tag Team Champions and Road Warrior Cup winners, the Philly Marino Experience. Moses able to land on his feet and roll through. Storm Grayson, hoist. Moses working down out of those back elbows. Grayson charges, follows through. Schoolboy roll up. Moses kept on through, but Grayson caught him with the kick as he got back to his knees. Grayson, hoist, vertical suplex set. Down the backside goes Moses, standing switch, back suplex. Eye of the Storm from Grayson, count of 1, 2, and 2 3/4. Stand corrected there, Blue Thunder Bomb from Storm Grayson. He's reaching back for a James Storm reference there. That one just came to the top of my mind. Of course, I was a massive James Storm fan when he was mainly active in TNA and Impact. Unfortunately, I haven't seen him in a while. pick up onto the top rope, seated position. So you have to excuse me for reaching back into the memory banks there. Storm Grayson trying to climb his way up to the top. Never said I was infallible, folks. Keep that in mind. From the top rope, superplex position, trying to make Barry Windham proud. Grayson, and he does. Superplex, roll through, hung on. Oh, Moses reversed it. Fisherman suplex, count of 1, 2, and a half. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Moses, the deliverer, takes the superplex. He's able to hang on as Storm Grayson rolls through and reversed it into his fisherman suplex. That was brilliant. Moses charging, Storm Grayson out of the way. Grayson charges, landed the back elbow with all his weight into it. Lands the enziguri, Grayson across the ring. He'll charge once more. Oh, he got wiped out. Super kick on the money. Moses absolutely leveled him with that one. And now Moses waiting on Storm Grayson. He'll sit top rope. Now he's going to go all the way up. High risk territory. Bulldog. Planted him. Hook of the leg. Count of 2. Good night. What a matchup. Said right from the start it was likely to be an epic encounter. It was all that and then some. Moses, the deliverer, the victory over Storm Grayson. And the Crown of Glory Championship is on the line. Next.
Oh, I gotta put on my uni for this. Yeah, yeah. Hey, who you with? I'm with the team to be the champ by any means. Hey, what we do? We win together. Too many rings. Who do it better?
It's time for our Glory Pro Wrestling main event. And this week, oh, do we have a big one. Kevin Lee Davidson, affectionately known as KLD. He returned just recently here on Glory Pro Wrestling Ascend after a 4-year absence. Before his recent match on Ascend, he had not competed in Glory Pro Wrestling since March 1st, 2020, when he defeated Nick Gage in a Falls Count Anywhere matchup. KLD earned his way to this opportunity for the Crown of Glory Championship with a win over Jabari King in extremely impressive fashion. And he presents physically the biggest test in the reign of Warhorse Jake Parnell. And Warhorse having a discussion with a fan on his way to the ring. This new attitude for Warhorse Jake Parnell is an interesting one. It is a more well-thought Jake Parnell. It is a more in-control Jake Parnell. Gone are the days of just rampaging to the ring and causing all kinds of havoc. There is a coldness at times to this Jake Parnell that has separated his past from his present. Ben.
30-minute time limit. It is for the Crown of Glory Championship. Your referee is Adam Kennedy. Introducing first, the challenger from Afton, St. Louis, Missouri, weighing 413 pounds, the Golden Cobra, KLD, Kevin Lee Davidson.
The Golden Cobra presents the challenge.
And his opponent from St. Louis, Missouri, weighing 206 pounds, He is the defending Crown of Glory champion, Warhorse Jake Parnell.
Jake Parnell won that title in 3 stages of hell here on Ascend from Jake Something. He has since defended it on Ascend against Alex Zane and Danhausen. He looks to rack up another successful defense in what is physically his biggest test. 413 pounds, 6'4" of Kevin Lee Davidson. Experience, nearly even. 11-year pro Warhorse, 10-year pro KLD, both from St. Louis, Missouri. These two know each other inside and out. And KLD does have a history of championship gold in Glory Pro Wrestling as he beals Warhorse clear across the ring. A former co-holder with Dan the Dad of the United Glory Tag Team titles, that was back in 2019. Additionally won the 2020 David Lee Memorial Tournament. Defeated Airwolf, Everett Connors, and Myron Reed in the process. Kevin Lee Davidson has collected some big names over his time in Glory Pro Wrestling, and it is great to see him back. Taking the side headlock is Warhorse Jake Parnell, and that may not work so well for him. Up into the lights and planted. And Warhorse is going to have to regroup. This is the biggest size and strength disparity Warhorse has had since he took the title from Jake Something. And he may have to lean back into that playbook to be able to defend the title from the Golden Cobra. Warhorse rolls his way back in. And yeah, he wants to think about it for a second, and I do not blame him. Giving up 200 pounds in this contest is Warhorse. Warhorse about 206. Kevin Lee Davidson 413 is what he was announced in at. Warhorse downstairs with the boot and then a few forearms right around the jawline, and the Golden Cobra, I don't think he felt one of them. It just made him a little angry. Tosses Warhorse to the corner. Warhorse gets the knee up. That one KLD felt. German suplex attempt? Yeah, back to the drawing board, pal. That's not gonna work. And KLD is gonna take the opportunity. Oh, 413. Backing it up. Down to the canvas goes Warhorse. That just was not smart from the champion. That's better. Up around behind the ear with the enziguri. Warhorse off the ropes. KLD. Whoa, leapfrog. Drop down. Warhorse spinning wheel kick. Kevin Lee Davidson. Are you kidding? The air he got on that leapfrog. That is far too big a man to have that kind of athleticism. That's freakish. Although that's not the first time we've seen that out of Kevin Lee Davidson, that kind of athleticism. He's a bit of an athletic marvel. As Warhorse escaped under the ring, he went all the way around the far side and then flew through the ropes with a drop kick to KLD on the outside. Trying to cave his chest in with the knife edge chop. Warhorse dragging him around the side of the ring, and again, he's just making him mad. You gotta stick and move, Warhorse. You keep going straight on, KLD's gonna, strike back. Open hand just labeled him right around the point of the jaw. KLD is an excellent striker as well. He knows exactly where to place each and every strike. Just like that! Well, that'll take your breath away. Somebody might need to get an oxygen tank. Right hand from KLD on the jawline. I can't believe Warhorse is still on his feet. I'd be on the ground in a puddle. Oh, KLD. Left arm lariat, and he caught nothing but ring post. And now Warhorse sees the opportunity. This has got to be the play. He has got to go Anderson style. Pick a limb and go after it. As Kevin Lee Davidson has his arm wrapped around that guardrail, and Warhorse doing the damage. It's got to be one point of emphasis. Pick an extremity and do as much damage to it as you can. And Warhorse trying to get KLD back into the ring, but KLD ain't going anywhere. KLD don't want to go.
5 minutes now.
He'll shoot Warhorse back in. KLD trying to get some feeling back through the fingers, and Warhorse, smart move. Quickly right back onto the challenger. He's got no choice. He's got to stay on the attack, and he's got to use speed. Well, yelling insults to KLD isn't going to help as he just charged through him with a shoulder block. And Warhorse is feeling every bit of that one. To the buckles, KLD. Downstairs, shoulder block. Oh, but there's the effect of the work done on the left arm from the ring post to the guardrail. KLD's feeling it. Oh, but that knife edge chop will still be felt by Warhorse. Yeah, Warhorse is going to need some attention after this match for his chest. KLD, oh, what is this going to be? Back elbow strike. Keep an eye on that left arm. KLD is really feeling it. Gets Warhorse back to his feet. He's going to try to use the left arm here. Suplex set. If he gets it, he'll use his right arm for the weight of Warhorse, but can he hold it coming down? Oh, vertical, he does. Warhorse able to fight his way down. And Warhorse trying to take advantage of that left arm. KLD might have lost it at the last second. Few shoulder blocks. Not going to do a whole lot of help, but smart that arm, and right hand again from KLD. You can see him consistently shaking the left. What that is, that damage done to that left arm, it's going to numb all the way through, and if it's not numbing, it's stinging. KLD trying to get feeling back through his hand, through his fingers. That's not going to help. Warhorse wraps it over the top rope. Those are steel cables that are just very lightly wrapped, by the way. People think those ropes are easy. They're not. They suck. Count of 1, 2, and that's all KLD's going to get that time. I have felt them not by my own choosing in my career in professional wrestling. Couple of incidences that we don't need to go into. Snap suplex by KLD. Count of 1, 2, and a half. But that is why when people look down upon the world of professional wrestling, it really gets my back up, because I have the honor and the privilege to see what these men put their bodies through, men and women, put their bodies through to succeed at the highest level of this great sport. And it is no joke, and we're seeing it right now. Warhorse trying to survive with his title. KLD trying to win this match one-armed. Warhorse trying to go for an arm bar. He trapped that left. KLD, though, using the size advantage, bullying him back, but there you see shaking it out again. And that gives Warhorse time to get the boot up in the corner. Roll through by Warhorse. Drop kick lands. Backs KLD up. Warhorse takes another look. Seated on the top rope, standing center rope, lines it up. Drop kick, KLD backed into the buckles. Still won't go down. Warhorse charges. Got the boot right on the jawline. He's gonna line it up again. KLD in some trouble now. The champion, Warhorse Jake Parnell, is on a roll. KLD in a seated position. Takes a knee to the side of the head. Warhorse rolls him out center. Gets both shoulders down. Count of 1, 2, and a half. That might have been Warhorse's best combination run of the matchup. And questioning the count of Adam Kennedy. One thing that I know over my history of working with Glory Pro Wrestling and referee Adam Kennedy, you don't need to question his count. He's tremendous. Off the ropes, Warhorse. Right arm on the lariat. Rocked KLD, but he'll, splash him right in the ropes. Shades of Big Van Vader. Avalanche in the corner. KLD. Perhaps lariat coming. Warhorse blocks it down. Oh, back fist lands. He got him on the other side. Discus lariat from KLD. Warhorse Jake Parnell, that was all instinct, rolling to the buckles. Adam Kennedy keeping watch. KLD up to his feet in the corner. Warhorse down and in trouble. Ben gives us the call. 10 minutes have elapsed. KLD hit hard as he went for the corner cannonball. That would have been all. This matchup does have a 30-minute time limit. Don't have to worry about that just yet, but that's got to be in the back of the mind of KLD. Tie goes to the champion. You have to take the title. You have to defeat the champion. A time limit draw does you no good as the challenger. The Warhorse certainly does not play for the tie, so to speak. He would love to send a message with a victory in this contest. Shrugs KLD back. South Broadway Athletic Club does sound quite a bit mixed in who they'd like to see come away from this title contest with the gold. Oh! Knife edge chop again. KLD to the corner. Oh, Warhorse just got out of the way of that one in time, and he just made him mad. Warhorse with the right forearm. KLD back with one of his own. Rights back and forth. Warhorse trying to rock the big fella. Now turns to his left, down to the body. Warhorse trying to throw everything he's got. He can't get KLD off his feet. Pump handle. Oh, Warhorse rolled it through. Hooks the leg, count of 2.5. Warhorse comes right back through. He would love to get that arm bar, but to do so, he's got to get KLD down. Oh, used the left arm, did KLD for the sidewalk slam. Might not have felt good for KLD, but it broke the pressure. KLD trying to roll his way back to his feet. Warhorse, Jake Parnell, out to the ring apron. What a title matchup. We opened this week with Freya and Blair Onyx putting on a show. We went to Moses and Storm Grayson. What an encounter that was, and it's just continued to get better as KLD putting on a great challenge for the Crown of Glory title. KLD showing the athleticism again, out to the apron. Shoulder into the ring post, head into the guardrails, he missed. Warhorse, what's Warhorse got in mind? Oh my goodness! Tope Canelo on the suicide dive. Warhorse pretty much said, I've got two ideas and I'm just gonna mix them. We've seen that suicide dive from Warhorse before where he's essentially just shot out of a cannon. That time he turned it into the front flip coming through the ropes and took out KLD on the floor. Warhorse rolling his way back in. KLD trying to get back up to his feet. Prize fight feel here down to the finish. And it's the lariat from Warhorse. Charging a second time. Warhorse says he's taking his head off. Third time the charm, no, pop-up powerbomb. And just like that, the champion has the momentum turned by the challenger. Corner cannonball. They might have to peel Warhorse with Paul Bunyan's spatula. Pump handle. Turn it into the Buonanotte. Good night. 2 3/4. Oh, what a match! What a match! That pump handle into the pinfall finish north of the border, used to supreme success by Alessandro Del Bruno, known as the Buonanotte. The long good night by the godfather of Alpha One, KLD, coming up with it here. And you can see how the world of professional wrestling mixes and blends. Warhorse, oh, that was brilliant. Up to the second rope, pulls KLD off by that injured left arm. Warhorse hits that second rope for the lariat. He got everything behind that. All the way up to the very top floor. Could we see Hail to the King, flying elbow. He'll drape across KLD, just a count of one. Oh my God. KLD says, bring it on, champ. Forearms exchanged. KLD and Warhorse going back and forth. These two men just pounding away at one another. Oh, KLD popped him with that. Forearm lands by Warhorse. KLD, oh, that'll rearrange your molars. Knife edge shot by Warhorse, and that had some snap on it. Both men doubled over. Warhorse isn't gonna have a rib cage left. His ribs have disintegrated. Takes that left arm, rings it out, and then hammers it down with a forearm of his own. Back fist missed. Beautiful lariat leg sweep combination. Warhorse rolls through. Crossface, crossface. He's got that injured left arm of KLD trapped. What a move by Warhorse. He made sure to trap the left. KLD in big trouble. He's in no man's land. Center of the ring. He's got no choice. He's got to tap out. What a match. What a title defense for Warhorse Jake Parnell. Kevin Lee Davidson, as tough as they come, but he had no choice. Warhorse, very smartly, back to that left arm again and again in this contest, and he made sure it was the left arm that he trapped for the crossface. And in the end, the pressure on the elbow, the pressure on the shoulder, it's just too much. There was nowhere for KLD to go, and he didn't have enough strength in that left arm to be able to roll Warhorse through. I believe now Warhorse calling KLD up to his feet. KLD put on an incredible challenge for that belt. He's got nothing at all to be ashamed of. And the two St. Louis products embrace in the center of the ring. That was professional wrestling at its very finest. But Warhorse Jake Parnell continues what looks to be a dominant reign as the Crown of Glory champion. Thank you around the world for watching.
Hey, who you with?